recently came across a YouTube video that was complaining about Yuna in Final Fantasy X, particularly the way she dressed, which, I mean, nominally, sexily scantily. Um, and this was in a list of annoying Final Fantasy characters, and the way it was described by the video was she is 15 and her choices in dress are questionable. And that immediately caused me to stop watching the video because, I mean, I wasn't that invested in it in the first place. It had, as a side note, it was one of those IMVU. I don't actually know the software that's used to make them, but it's got the 3D cartoon characters and the computer synthesis voices. And we've been seeing a number of those computer synthesized voice videos for training at my work, which seems super weird because the videos are so dumb. Like, the whole genre is super dumb, and I like it for that reason, because it's like, who would ever do this? And yes, I support you, because any genre where somebody is saying, who would ever do this, this is so dumb, is something that is probably super interesting to me, because that is what everybody said about Twitter, and that's mostly what people have said about podcasts for a long time, and no, I like the dumb shit. But anyways, the thing, thinking about it further, that probably made me most concerned about the viewpoint being expressed in this video was not the fact that it was saying that the Yuna's dress was questionable. It was Riku. Riku's dress was questionable. Nor that a 15-year-old shouldn't be dressed that way. But the fact that this person chose to blame the character rather than the creators for this, which, like, that is an important distinction that a lot of people don't manage to make when they really should, which is that fiction, you put this on my fridge since it'd be way sturdier, fiction is created by creators, and those creators have a lot of agency in determining what their cast wears, the racial makeup of their cast, the makeup of their cast in every other regard, sex, sex orientation, any characteristic, and how they choose to make those decisions affects how interesting their story is, and also reflects on the society they live in and how they view these issues. And so, as the funny thing particularly about blaming Riku for dressing scantily is it's like, okay, society puts these pressures on women to be sexy, and then blames them for being sexy when they do it. And this complex is so sophisticated that it can generate blame and hatred without any woman actually being involved at any point. Just, that's kind of impressive that we could be that far up in our own heads. Man, I have mosquito bites on my ankle that are super itchy. They're way itchy. I didn't used to get mosquito bites in New Mexico, probably because, mosquitoes lay their eggs in water, and we didn't have a lot of that water stuff. But yeah, this video also, not related to the feminism issue, and it occurred even before that issue came up. It kind of soured me on how cool that I thought those cartoon character speech synthesis videos were, because I would think that my company was being super hip by showing me these videos. If my company, if the trainers involved were looking at these videos and thinking, this shit is super dumb, and I embrace it for that reason. If they're thinking that, then that is kind of cool, and I approve of that. But in this video, it seems to be that it was sort of sincere, which I don't want to rag on that, because it's like, no, I still support the genre. Like, if you want to use this medium for sincerity, more fucking power to you. But it made me wonder if maybe my company was being sincere in showing these even dumber videos. And at that point, it would be kind of disappointing because I'm saying company to refer to the individuals that I'm thinking of in my head. I don't like to uh, do any business whatsoever with the notion of aggregates. Like, people are so complicated that we can barely talk about them effectively. I might even go so far as to say we can't talk about them effectively, but we try, and we get somewhere. But trying to deal with aggregates of people as a single entity is nonsense. You won't get anywhere. But if this particular person, two particular people that I'm thinking about, um, just thought these videos were a reasonable way of conveying information to the people in the auditorium, then that is kind of disappointing because it's not very self aware because these videos are real dumb, and if you don't see that they're dumb, you're not looking very well.